Hi everyone, just wanted to come on and quickly tell the story of Garuda. So I talked about this, I've promised this in yoga classes before, that I would tell the story behind Garudasana or eagle pose. And I think sometimes knowing the story behind a pose can help us to really embody the posture more fully and understand where it's come from. So in Hindu mythology, Garuda is Lord Vishnu's carrier. He's described as a divine bird with the head and the wings of an eagle and the body, arms and legs of a man. And Garuda's story begins when he finds that his mother Vinyata has made a bet with some snakes, which never sounds like a great idea, does it? But she lost the bet and then she became enslaved in the underground city of the snakes, Patala. Now the snakes said that they would release her, but only if Garuda could bring them some Amrita, which is the nectar of life. And the nectar of life, conveniently, is located in a lake right at the top of a mountain, and there are obstacles that Garuda has to pass or complete before he can get to the Amrita. Now the first one that Garuda encounters is a ring of fire. Now Garuda flies to the nearest river, he gulps up as much water as he can, he flies to the ring of fire and he extinguishes it and flies through. No problem, one obstacle out of the way. The second obstacle is a door that he has to pass through that's got a spinning ring of spikes spinning in the door. Now what Garuda does, he makes himself as small as possible to get through. So that's like, for me, that's how we wrap our arms, we wrap our legs, we make ourselves as tiny as possible when we come into Garudasana. And that is, for me, Garuda passing through that ring of spikes. Now the third and final obstacle is a pair of poisonous snakes that attack Garuda. Now Garuda opens his wings wide and he flaps them together and he creates a massive dust storm. And while the snakes can't see, he takes the opportunity to kill them with his sharp beak. So he succeeds in finding some Amrita and he flies back to rescue his mother. And just as the snakes are about to consume the nectar of life, some of the gods come down from the mountain and they take the Amrita back. They don't want the snakes to have it. But a couple of the drops spill and the snakes catch them on their tongue. And it splits their tongue in two because it's so powerful. And that is the legend, supposedly, of why snakes have a forked tongue. So Vinyata is absolutely overjoyed at being rescued by Garuda, and she promises that she won't make any bets with the snakes again, which seems like a pretty good idea to me. So for me, the story tells us that we have to adapt and change and use different skills and tactics to overcome obstacles, just like Garuda did. And I think perhaps hearing the story and seeing the number of variations that we have in Garudasana, as you would expect, to adapt and overcome, maybe gives you a little bit more idea as to why we do the things we do. So wrapping ourselves in nice and tight as we go through that ring of spikes, opening the wings wide as we come to the end of the pose to flap them and create that dust storm, and then sweeping the arms back as we come into that warrior three variation as we're swooping back to Vinyata to rescue her with the nectar of life. So you might notice other connections when you do the pose, but even if you don't, I hope that you enjoyed the story and I hope that you think of it next time you come into Garudasana. So take really good care, everybody. I hope to see you really soon. See you later. Bye.